Now, I knew that wasn't going to go to plan. I am so sorry, guys. It crashed and it just dropped me out. This was bound to happen to me, wasn't it? What a bloody idiot. Yes. Hey, Drawn. Yeah, I set up a stream a minute ago and there was like a couple of hundred people here, and then suddenly I got a crash on OBS and it just said, "Oh, we're gonna dump you out of this," and I was like, "Oh no, please not now." But the notification still did come through. I had Dead Queen Gwen, Jamie, Mulaney, Raven, Wolfgirl, and Heavy Impact Gaming. Thank you so much for your support. You know I love you. Thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. And I'm going to try changing screen again, and hopefully it won't crash. So as I said, hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. It just OBS basically kicked me out. It kicked me out for some reason. I don't know if it's something to do with like, I don't know, bandwidth or something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I hope you are all well. Thank you so much for dropping in. It really does mean the world. And you know that you have absolutely broken me, Science. You've broken me. I was like, when I came into the stream, I was expecting like 3-4 people, as I said before, to just like come in when I'm just testing some stuff out and it'd be very chill. But then it was like 200. I was like, oh my word, what do I do? So I'm currently drinking a beer. Calm the nerves down. You know how it is. But the live streams are hopefully going to be a plan for the future, because next sort of month I'm going part-time YouTube, and I'm hoping on a Thursday and Friday I can do more like streams and stuff like that, and get involved more with the community, because I know there's a lot of Reddit channels out there that do similar things. Everly, thank you so much, you absolute legend. And I want to be more involved with the community. And as I was saying, I know there's a lot of Reddit channels out there that do the stories, and I love the interaction I have with you guys, and you guys give me as well. And I just want to try and give more to you guys, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but hey, I'm all about that cheese, right? So yeah, I'm just going to be testing like screens and stuff I've been putting together this week and seeing if they work. I've got a couple of stories as well, if they actually still work, because apparently one of them's disappeared from my Stream Deck altogether. It might not work at all. Verin, thank you so much. That's absolutely amazing of you. So I don't know what the stream delay is on like this. It's I don't know how delayed it is. God's sake, guys, come on. Vmin and Savage Ink Studios, thank you so much. Brody, of course I noticed you. Thank you. Jess Pez, thank you so much. Honestly, you guys thank me all the time, and you like saying thank you for keeping you company through. I love to hear that sort of stuff, but it's also an absolute pleasure to be able to do that. It's an honor to be able to do that, and it's just crazy. Thank you. Melissa, I wouldn't say I'm tipsy at the minute. I've had like a couple of small beers. I wouldn't say I'm tipsy though, but I am very nervous right now. You know, I do it every day. I record videos, but I get the opportunity to edit them, to edit all my absolute derpiness out of it. And I don't get the opportunity now. It's just live and it's out there, and seeing all you folks here is just like crazy. Hey Noir, hope you're doing well, my friend. God, I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat. Yeah, so ignore me at the moment. I'm going to try and do a couple of stories in a minute. If you're interested, of course. Do you fancy a couple of stories and we'll do a couple of live reactions at the same time? I know, TNT, we might have to go to the hard stuff soon. Rubric, I wouldn't say my voice is soothing. I can't listen to myself in my own videos. I absolutely cannot do it. A lot of people, when they say expect an Oxfordshire accent, they expect like a student-y type accent, and what you get is me, which is like a farmer. Who was that? Auntie Chris, thank you so much. Mark, you're one of the nicest and most genuine creators. Oh, thank you so much. That means the world to me. You know that means the world. Oh, I love listening to your reactions. Spoofs Muck Jenkins, thank you so much. As I said before, it's a pleasure to be able to do what I do. You know, there's so many creators out there that don't get this opportunity that I do, and I wish I could share that out with people, you know. It's an absolute honor to be able to do just, you know, reading to you guys. Not many people get this opportunity, and I'm very thankful for it. Drozera, thank you so much. I'm not sure what slow mode is at the moment. I'm barely getting used to this OBS program and this interface and stuff like that, so I did write a couple of questions down, which some of you have been asking if I have a live stream. If I have a live stream, what questions and what things did you want to hear and things like that. And one of the questions is, how did I get into YouTube? And it's been... Oh, 1 second. Zero's just said, your donation is very loud. Let me just try and fix that. I'm going to try and fix it right now. I might just totally mess it up though, so bear with. So alert. Let's turn that down. On the next alert, Zeros, please let me know. Please let me know. So yeah, when I first got into YouTube, it's been a few years now. I don't think that made it. I think I just heard the notification again and it made no difference. Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry. I might be able to just mute it actually. Do you reckon that's probably the good thing to do? No, I don't know. I don't know. I'll turn it to 15 and let's see what happens. It might do it. Let me know. Anyway. I don't know why it didn't change it. Maybe I have to do that like on the website. So I might just like turn that alert off for now. Maybe. I'll work that one out in a second. The thing I'm afraid of is actually turning it off right now, like just crashing the stream like I did a minute ago, like an idiot. So I'll go back onto my story. Just no one send any more stuff in. Thank you, Force JT, as well for super chatting. It means the world. Waffle Squad. So I've been doing YouTube for quite a long time now. It must be about 8 years now. But I've done loads of different channels. So originally I was doing like gaming reviews. I was doing it for another channel, and I was just doing that sort of stuff. And eventually over time, I got my own channel and I was playing games. But obviously it's so oversaturated now. No one's interested in watching you play games. Yes, Gabriella. Spamming my name. Please stop spamming. And it's so oversaturated, there's just no point in doing it. So eventually I started looking into other ways, because I just love creating videos, and that was my thing. I just love creating videos, no matter what they were. I just loved editing. And whilst I was doing that, I was approached by someone else, and they asked me to do a narration for them, and it was just on a different video. 1 second. and it was just on a different video. So I done that, and someone said, and this is going to sound really cringy just saying it, that your voice is really good. And I was like, oh God. And so from there, I started doing narrations on, it was No Sleep to begin with, I think it was. And obviously you have to get a lot of permissions with those kind of stories because they're all fictional stories. Brody, please stop spamming my dude. And you have to get a lot of permissions to do those. And I'd done a couple of those stories and they were really good. And I said they're really good. That doesn't humble brag there. They were really good. And then I went on to the entitled parent stuff. And that is when my channel it absolutely blew up. And I think it was in 2019 and it went absolutely crazy. It just spiked overnight and I didn't realize really what was happening. It got put on the back of, I don't know if you guys you must have heard of Fresh, another Reddit YouTuber. And they got trended on the back of one of his videos and it just went absolutely nuts. And from there, I think the channel went from like a couple of hundred subscribers to 30,000 overnight. And I didn't really realize what was happening. I just sort of played it down. It was like, oh yeah, the channel is just going to snowball now. And I thought that was it, but obviously that wasn't the case. And so over time, the sort of views and stuff went down and they went flat. And I carried on, but my schedule was very sporadic and it wasn't consistent. And YouTube needs that kind of stuff. It needs you to be consistent all the time. And it's one of the negatives of YouTube. It sort of forces you into your own little box and you have to be constantly consistent. Otherwise you do get punished for it. Just a swig of beer here, dry mouth. And from there, we eventually found, I think it was in 2020 actually, we eventually found the Am I the Arsehole posts. And that is when I moved to it and got put in my, as I say, got put in my little box. And that's where we are now. We pretty much moved on from there and it's been consistent and you guys have been kind to me and allowing me to do this, guys, for you. Oh yeah, Brody, don't forget about the Daddy Cringe days. God, I've still got that intro. I keep thinking about putting it on there one day just to freak you guys out. We're going back to Daddy Cringe. Oh, Melissa, we're just going for a warm beer today. It's from Oldie, actually. It's called a Luna Lager. Very nice, right? So what we're going to do now, just because you guys are here, I'm going to be trying out a different screen and hopefully not crash. And then we're going to try a story out and see how that works. And we're going to be trying some of the avatars in the background as well. Keep me updated if anything goes wrong, if you don't hear the music, if it echoes, anything like that. I need your help with this one, guys. Honestly. So here we go. So this is going to be the main sort of story screen where I've got stories that are going to pop up, hopefully in a second. And we're going to basically go from there and see what happens. The point... Oh, look, we even got live chat popping up on the screen. Ho ho! Getting good at this now. Oh, spicy. Yeah, that'll all be in the future, Spooky. We'll be focusing on that in the future. Oh, yeah, I'm loving the chat on the screen as well. Nice. So in a second, I will start the actual story in a minute, and then we can give live reactions and stuff like that as well. Fred Gomez, I bet you won't punch me for a mil. Oh, I could never do that, my friend. I could never do that. Not even for a mil, unless we're sharing it, of course. Right, so let's get in to today's first story. Please don't crash. So this story is from Leafy T Lemons. Am I the arsehole for the reasons why we walked away from an adoption? I'm 32 female, my wife is 29, male to female trans. We have been together for 10 years, married 5, and have been trying very hard to start a family. Our hearts are pretty set on adoption. I tried to make this as simple as possible. 4 months ago, we were virtually introduced to an expectant 17-year-old. She wants to go to college and was looking for an open adoption. We agreed to, and a week later, we were told she picked us. Due to COVID, it wouldn't be smart to meet in real life, but she texted us nearly every day letting us know how she felt and emailed ultrasounds after each new one. The due date is in late March, so we had to take care of the paperwork, and whenever we called to discuss or ask when a good time was, she dodged us, which in hindsight should have been a red flag. Until one time, her mother picked up to speak on her daughter's behalf and basically asked us how much custody they were entitled to after the baby was born. The girl wants us to raise the baby until she's finished college and gets married. This broke our hearts entirely. We knew the gender, picked out names for when she was born, and just finished the nursery. And they wanted us to be babysitters for 10 years. This is what the mother told her adoption was for. It was a very long call that ended with me stating that we can't come to an agreement if the girl and her boyfriend don't sign parental rights away. We want to be legal parents, not free babysitters. So I regretted to inform them that we would be backing out. The mother called me back begging to reconsider because they can't afford a baby, but I told her to find other arrangements. The agency we worked with wasn't happy with a sob story the girl told them, so needless to say, we won't be returning to their service. My wife and I are upset and numb, but I can't help but feel guilty. My wife's parents have been so kind and understanding throughout this. Wife is adopted, and they had more than one adoption fall through before wifey was born. But now there's no new grandbaby, my mother is practically hysterical. My sister has 2 sons, and this was supposed to be the first granddaughter, so she's taking it really hard. My sister thinks she's way out of line, but my mother has mentioned to me several times that the arrangement the girl wanted wasn't entirely outrageous. She doesn't see how wrong and heartbreaking it is for a complete stranger to expect us to raise her child for her until she's ready to assume responsibility. It's been almost a month since we backed off, and the girl's father contacted us to scold us for putting them in such a tight spot. They are reconsidering our previous offer, but we're extremely skeptical that this will work out. Wife and I want to move on. We're even looking into LGBT-friendly agencies. Are we the arseholes for walking away from this adoption, but also for doing so a second time? Now, first, I gotta say, because a couple of those donations jumped in there as well, from TNT, who's just said, "This is for all the dark days you make bright for so many people." And honestly, mate, please, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. You are absolutely incredible. And thank you so much, Fox, as well, for the advice there on the chat settings. But on this particular story, obviously, it was going to be a not the arsehole for me, because you just can't treat children that way. And I just found it absolutely crazy. And it wasn't fair, like, because they'd be going out of their lives and then turning up years later, which is obviously unfair to the children and the couple itself. And can you even do that in adoption? Is there any way you could possibly do that? Surely the agency itself would be like, nah, you're not doing that shit. Well, I best not swear because we're on live here. But I found that crazy. But what do you guys think? Adoption is no babysitting service. Absolutely zero. A 10-year free babysitter. I know, right? It's madness. But I always think, I don't know what goes through people's heads. Like, obviously the daughter was 17 at the time, and she might have been finding it a bit more difficult. Yes, people are going to say, yes, she's 17, she should have a better head on her shoulders because of it. But still, she's quite young, and especially if she's being advised by her own mother. But what is the mother thinking in this situation? Thinking, yeah, we can just get the kid back in 10 years. No problem. Thank you very much, Queen. Yeah, I'm not sure on the actual live chat, Trinket. I'm not sure how the stream delay works. That's something I've got to look into. I was basically doing this as a first stream, a very first test, and see if it actually works. It was just basically to test all the stream settings and stuff like that. I was only expecting about 10 people to turn up, and then this went on. It went crazy. I did record some stories just in case people did turn up, but absolutely madness. Little sip of beer. So I'm going to cover another story now, just because why the hell not, right? Spicy so and says. You love it, you love it. So let's get involved. And this story is from Relative Ad. Am I the arsehole for telling my daughter it's her fault that her babysitter quit? I have 3 kids, 6, 4, and nearly a year old. When I was pregnant with my youngest, I hired a sitter to pick the other 2 up from school and watch them. We really liked her and appreciated her. My eldest loved her babysitter, but she began to develop a huge attitude. I know one of her friends has a nanny who she's basically allowed to boss around with little consequence. We told my daughter that her sitter is in charge and she's to respect her, not demand things of her. A few months ago, the sitter asked my daughter to grab the baby's diaper bag, and my daughter sassed back saying, "You can't tell me what to do, I'm the boss of you." Sitter told me that night, and I immediately addressed it in front of the sitter. I told my daughter that was not acceptable. She's not the boss of anyone, and I took away her TV privilege for a week. It happened again just a month later, and I had a much sterner talk with her, took away more privileges. Both times I made her verbally apologise and write a note of apology to her sitter. The sitter accepted it, but I could tell she was losing patience. I didn't blame her and ended up giving her a raise out of guilt. I also stopped arranging playdates for her and the friend who treated her nanny terribly. They don't go to the same school, so they don't see each other at all anymore. I'll add, I did try talking with my daughter calmly and asking why she felt this was okay. She'd say, "We pay her, I'm her boss." And I said, "No, that's not true." I said she is hired to take care of her and deserved respect. My daughter would always seem to understand. Well, things came to a head a few weeks ago. My daughter was acting up. Sitter had tried several de-escalation tactics, but finally told her to go and have quiet time in her room. My daughter screamed in her face, "I'm the boss of you, I'll get you fired." God, sounds like a mini Karen in the making. The sister calmly picked up the phone and called me. We have cameras in our house, which she knew about, and told me to come home immediately. Upon arrival, she quit. Nothing I said or did could make her stay, and I understood. I was furious with my daughter and let her have it. She had several things taken away from her, and she didn't do anything remotely fun until recently. This whole thing has left us in a bind. Luckily, the school that my younger 2 go to is open later, so I can pick them up when I get off work. I've been scrambling to find a new sitter, but in the meantime, I got my daughter into an after-school program. Because there's no more sitter, there's no one to take her to a swim class. She's been complaining that she can't do it anymore, and I told her that it's her own fault. She is why her sitter quit until I can find someone new. She won't get to do the fun activities that her sitter took her to. My husband agrees that there's nothing we can do, but thinks I was far too harsh with our daughter, saying she's only 6. Am I the arsehole? Oh dear. Now what do you guys, now there's people donate. Stop donating to me, guys. I don't need it. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's really appreciated, guys. There's just like so many going on. Queen of Flatterance, Bright-Eyed Tiger, Yemto, DigiKing. Why'd you guys test me with these names? Lazari and Bright-Eyed Tiger, thank you so much. You're absolute legends. And for the new members as well, thank you. But in this story, I wanted to say I'm going to say not the arsehole, because like the child is being a turd and needs to learn consequences, have actions basically. I totally messed that up, but what I was thinking is, I think it's important to teach the child empathy, and the way they was going about it in this particular story is just taking away things as punishment. And is that the right way to go about it? I know she's only 6, but I still think it's super important to like teach empathy and let her know how the sitter was feeling, rather than just saying, "Look, I'm going to take away this stuff because you're being a little turd." And that was just my thoughts on it. Otherwise, you do end up with micro Karens, right? Yo, Jazzy, how you doing? God, I still can't believe there's 200 of you here. That's crazy. Digi King, thank you so much. Bruh, only 6 and talking like that. Hell no, not the arsehole. Yep. Is that alert still loud? What I have noticed though is on that thing, I got the top tip, and new follow on there. That don't seem to be working. What's going on there? God, bloody newbie streamers coming on here with their shit overlays. I have one more story for you, which I'll cover in a moment. And I'm always open to reading particular stories. Some of you guys have been tweeting me just recently saying, look, here's a story. Would you read it on your channel? And some of you guys have been sending me some really good ones. So if you ever got a good one, let me know. I love to hear it. Savage. I'm not sure if I could ever be confident to go full-time YouTube. I really want to, believe me. I really want to, but it's like, would you trust YouTube? I know I'm on it and I gotta be careful here, but would you trust YouTube? Of course I notice you, Toxic. Of course I notice you. I notice you everywhere. Twitter and everywhere. Of course I notice you. I notice all you guys. I appreciate the support you guys give me. It's absolutely amazing. And as I said, I wasn't expecting 200 odd people to be turning up today. I just find it crazy. Donating and all that kind of stuff. It's madness, right? I'm just some nobody who just sat here talking on a microphone, reading stories, and you guys are like, Waffle Gang. Well, people were talking about Twitch as well, but not sure if I would do like stories on Twitch, because I don't think that's what that's there for. This channel is more about stories and all this kind of thing. I was looking at potentially doing games at some stage, because I do like playing games and it'd be great to interact with you guys as well. But obviously not everyone's here to watch me play games. They want to hear stories, because that's what this channel is about. So maybe I'll separate that onto Twitch or something like that, because I love games like Little Nightmares and I really want to play Little Nightmares too, because it's like, well, it's not a story-based game, but it's a really thought-provoking game, and talking to you guys about it, wow, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'm buzzing just thinking about that, you know? Oh my word. And Luca A, thank you so much. And 1992 Casey Wolf, thank you, you're a legend. Say, excuse you sir, how can we ever ignore you for your vids? Because I'm just me, I'm just Mark, you know. And oh, Theramin, if I got your name wrong, I do apologize. Thank you so much. TNT, stop donating, man. Thank you though, it's appreciated. Dark Souls, well actually I want to play, I can't remember what it's called. It's not Dark Souls, it's a game similar to Dark Souls, but it's on the new PS that came out. I really wanted to play that. But what I get, guys, a game I really want to play is Valheim, but I got no one to play it with. I got no friends. Someone play Valheim with me. Oh, Camo hello. Falana. Yes, I do have an update on my dad, and that was one of the topics that someone asked me to get across. Demon Souls, that's the one. That's the game I want to play. But yeah, I do have an update on my dad. Some of you was asking as well. Thank you so much, Jay Sazaka. Thank you so much. It means the world. You're an absolute legend. Helping me survive lockdown. I live for the daily. What is up, Waffle Gang? Some people could get bored of that one day. I know they will, but yeah. Anyway, my dad, yeah, it's a tough one, because thank you so much, Sonny, for joining us. It means the world. You know that. It's the whole dad thing. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my own notifications here. And my my dad, the situation is pretty tough at the minute. I feel like I've been saying it ever since September last year. He's been going up and down, and you just never know. Like, this is going to sound really heartless, but I thought he was sort of near the end last September after he had chemo. He was really depressed and within himself and all this kind of stuff. And as time goes on, he's got weaker. He can't really walk at the moment. He's getting we've talked to the palliative nurse, and he's getting a hospital bed delivered to his house this weekend. So I've got to go down there and help out with that. Lazari, I didn't miss it. I'm sure I didn't. I did see it. You hurt me when you called yourself a nobody. No, I didn't miss it. Thank you very, very much. It means the world. You know that. Come on now. But my dad at the minute, yeah, he's getting a hospital bed this Saturday, and we'll have to see how things go from there, basically. I was speaking, you can hear him breathing, and it sounds very fluidy at the minute. Sounds a bit nasty, I know, but he's very fluidy at the minute, and he's just not looking very good. And I was speaking to the palliative nurse, and I'm someone who likes to know. I'm very much a realist, and it sounds a bit heartless sometimes, and I totally get that, and it might look heartless from the outside, but I'm someone who needs to know. And I was speaking to the palliative nurse, and I said to her, I said, in your expert opinion, and I said, I'm not going to hold you to it, of course, but how long do you think he's got? And they said probably a short few weeks. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. He bounces all over the place, but we shall have to see. And all we can do is make the most of all the time we have left. And I feel like I've been saying that to you guys for months. So we will see. Stella just said loading. Is my stream just crashed? And I often tell him about you guys, and I say, look, he calls me an agony aunt. He doesn't understand YouTube and the way things work. Because I told him about going like part-time YouTube, and he, don't you do that, you just stick to your full-time job and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, he's great. He's a good egg, my dad. He's a good egg. Everly says, your stories are the thing I look forward to every day. Got laid off a few months ago, and life is pretty boring at the moment. Being a waffle and listening to you is the highlight of my days. And it's an absolute highlight seeing you guys in the comments as well and getting involved with the channel. You know how much it means. You're crazy. I still find it absolutely insane, you know. When you post a video, like I post a video at like 5 o'clock most days UK, and I see people like instantly liking, instantly saying Waffle Gang and all this sort of stuff. I'm just like, wow, this is madness, right? Melissa, no, he hasn't seen the videos. None of my family have seen the videos. I don't show. I'm embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed of like what we're doing, but I hate people hearing my voice, which sounds really stupid, seeing as there's like thousands of people listen to it daily, right? Crafty Ink, thank you so much. Much love to you as well. I know, right? We got a waffle cult going on. You wait. 25th of March, guys. It's official waffle day. We're gonna have to do something special. You have to give me some ideas for that. Comfort Cat, and we love you both dearly. Love you too. It means the world. Waffle maker. Welcome back, TNT, you legend. How did I come up with Waffle Gang? That is a great question. Now, I didn't come up with Waffle Gang. You guys are to blame for that, right? So this all happened because I talk about waffle, and I just thought it was a normal expression. Apparently it's a British expression, waffling on. So talking too much is waffling on and all this kind of thing. Jazzy, thank you so much. And it went from there, because I was saying at the start of videos, if you'd like to ignore the initial waffle, if you'd like to skip the initial waffle, that's the one. If you'd like to skip the initial waffle, timestamps are in the description. thank you so much, Huntress, for being an absolute legend. Follow Huntress on Twitch, by the way, if you haven't already. A great mod on our Discord and just a lovely person. And thank you, Jazzy, for the donation as well. It means the world. But yeah, people were taking like the whole waffle thing and saying, oh yeah, waffles. And then they were talking about waffles in the chat, and it just went from there, really. And then I got a waffle like little mascot made up by a great artist on Twitter as well, at Plagueburb. Feel free to follow them. They're a great person, great artist, and they do all my avatars and stuff like that. Where is the waffle? There he is. Get out of here. Thank you so much, Godless, legend, and May for joining. Means the world. Means the world. Yeah, we've come a long way since Daddy Cringe, right? And you guys are giving me the confidence. I was listening to one of my videos, my old videos the other day, even since we've been doing the whole Waffle Gang stuff, and I can't believe the amount has changed. And I don't mean that to be like braggy or anything like that, but this is down from you guys and the confidence you've given me to do this. The confidence you make me, I wake up and I feel confident. Firebrand, if you're not Daddy Cringe, can we call you Daddy Waffle? Some people do, some people too. I'm not going to tell you to do it though, because that's just too weird. Call me Daddy Waffle. Sounds some like weird kink or something, doesn't it? Right, I do have another story as well, and a couple more questions, which I'm going to go over as well, if you're interested, of course. But first, I'm gonna have to go and get another beer, because this is too much for me. My heart has been beating like crazy since we started, and I've been like, oh man. Lady, you know, I did a dirty waffle. Right, I'll be right back. Okay? I'm just going to go and get another beer. I'll be literally a minute. Yo, Zonny Hoffer, thank you so much. Unfortunately, I left the subreddit due to many takedowns for violations. Ooh dear, naughty Zonny. I need a wholesome subreddit that I can go on to quickly. One that involves dogs. so I can browse while I'm talking. It might calm the nerves. Oh yeah, someone asking what I was drinking. I'm drinking a Lunar Lager. It's from Aldi. It's a German supermarket, right? Great lager though. I like it. Daddy Waffle. Oh man. It's like a lager, this one is. It's just like a standard lager. Usually I drink a lot of British ales and mix them up all the time. Your neighborhood Gordon says, Mark, do you have a goal of hitting 100k subscribers by the end of the year? Now, you know, I'd love to say that I can do it. And eye bleach, that's cute animals. That doesn't sound like cute animals to me. Firebrand, don't shame me. Waffle Daddy is my thing now. Fair enough. I'm not going to say anything else. But do I have a goal of 100k? Now, initially, I would say, yeah, that is my goal. I'd love to have 100k by the end of the year. Is it going to happen? I don't know. It's just too hard to predict, right? YouTube is a crazy thing. TNT says, I have to get going soon. Not feeling too good, so I'll leave you with this as an apology. Not finishing the stream. Thank you so much, TNT. And honestly, you don't have to do that, man. You don't have to apologize to me. You just do you. But thank you so much for your support and everything you've done today. It means the world. And Zonny says, you just made me laugh with your response. Followed by LDC saying, hey, can you give me a shout out in your next video? Also, does this make me a simp? I'm not saying nothing. LDC, but I do appreciate your support, even if you are a simp. Love ya. I can't make out that name, but it's asking how's dad doing? r/blessed images. I got to be careful I don't open no dodgy images on here, you know. Just got this bird mask that moves when you talk, and I've literally been laughing. Look at her face. How wholesome is that? I've answered the question on my dad. I will answer it in a future video, a main video as well. So I'll update on that in the future. r/or. Let's have a look what we got here. If my internet decides to load. What? Giant kitty! Aqua doggos. Look at that. And that's got some teeth on it though, isn't it? If that bites you. Firebrand. Don't be like that. Thank you so much. I don't know what the meaning is, life. Please stop spamming though. I appreciate it. Otherwise, the mod hammer will come out. Let's have a look at some kitties. Cats are great. The cat that comes in our house like pretty much daily. I kind of feel bad because if it has got an owner, it's sort of making a house in our house, and you know, I know that's not right. So I try to discourage it, but it literally breaks our cat flap lock open and bursts in and just comes wandering around the house. So it's kind of like it's taken over. So I feel like I can't say no anymore. Kind of feels harsh. Oh, it's a Samoyed. My brother had a Samoyed. It was called Tasker. Lovely. So cuddly, but the fur everywhere. Whenever he took it for a walk, he used to go like brush it out in the field as well, and you could always see where it's been. There was just like patches of white fur everywhere, like big clumps of it. Look at this dog. Oh, that's picturesque, isn't it? That's like a Disney scene, this one is. Aww. Some holes. Oh, yes. Yes. Come on, Brenda. Look at him. He's like, oh, come on, Brenda. You for real? Yemto says r/sneaky background cats. Oh my word. Is that like is that for real? I'm gonna have to check that one first. Not that I don't trust you or anything, but I just need to make sure that there's no dodgy stuff on there. I mean, one wrong image and YouTube would stuff me. There's a good image on there. I'll have to copy that in there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Look at this. Look at this. Sorry, I've totally ignored the stream at this point. I've been ignoring the chat. Sorry. I've been like just focused on this Reddit and looking at all these wholesome images. I love it so much. All right. Should we have another story, by the way? I've only got one more story left, so. God, Milma, my voice at 2 times speed. I bet that's weird. I've never actually tried. Well, I've never listened to my own stories, so there is that. Yeah, lady, I've been told about the notifications being loud, so I will be sorting those out. I just don't want to mess up the stream at the moment. So I will be sorting that out in the next stream, of course. Because there's a couple of other things that I need to sort out as well. There's like, because it's quite loud on my end, actually, when I hear that. Luca A says, r/hedgehog, please. Hedgehogs are pretty cute, actually. Let's have a look. Let me get it on here first. r/hedgehog. For people interested in hedgehogs. Ah, there's a good image on there straight away. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Look at this. Belly rubs. They are so derpy, aren't they? They are just so derpy. Love them to bits, but they're just like... Camo, I think I will be... Well, if you guys are enjoying this kind of stream, I'm not sure if this kind of thing is enjoyable or not. And what more I can do to make it more enjoyable for you guys as well. Because obviously there's lots of stories I can do. I can keep doing stories and then giving like opinions on them, and we can cover different subreddits. We can go onto the wholesome subreddits, or I can play games. We can do lots of other stuff. So as I said, I got one more story on there, and then I got a couple more questions, which a couple of people asked on Twitter to cover on this particular live stream. And the question was basically, how do I deal with hate comments and plans for the future, which I'll cover in a second. But let's go on to this next story, shall we? Let me just change the music. Got to change the ambiance a bit, haven't we, here? It's a bit crazy. We need something a bit more mellow. That's not mellow enough. Do that, tone it down a bit, and let's have a bit of story 3. And this story is from Am I the Arsehole? Daughter Prison. Am I the arsehole for making my 13-year-old daughter think she will go to prison? Hi all, my daughter Sarah has been getting worse and worse lately. A few years ago, she was perfect. She was happy and bubbly and did really well at school. Like many girls her age, she loved hair and clothes and fashion, etc. She was and still is all pink and girly. Since she was little, she's wanted to be a doctor, something we strongly encouraged, but without putting any pressure on her. Unfortunately, she met a new group of friends last year, and since then behaviour has gotten much worse. She started speaking in fake street accent and talking in slang words which we don't even understand half of. We live in a nice area and her friends are all fairly well off, but they're all into this style too. Academically, she's still doing very well. Behaviour wise, that isn't the case. She's sworn at teachers and been accused of bullying other kids. My wife and I have been called in on numerous occasions. I was going into work today when I went to the shop to get a bottle of water. I've known the guy who works there for years, and he told me that he had to ban my daughter from the shop as she tried to steal several times. When I got home, I sat Sarah down, told her what the shop guy told me, and said I had called the police and they were on their way. She immediately got scared, asking what would happen to her. I said anything could happen, and decided to scare her by saying she may even be sent to prison. She burst into tears and was sobbing and begging me to call the police off. In the end, I felt bad about seeing her so upset and told her there were no police coming, but that she needs to behave better or there will be next time. She ran upstairs in tears and didn't come down and cried herself to sleep. My wife was really angry with me, saying it was cruel to scare her like that. I said it was a final warning, for if she does anything like that again, I will call the police if I find out she's been stealing again. I've never seen Sarah so upset, and it was a shame to see her like that. But we didn't raise her to be a thief or a bully, so she should expect consequences. Oh, Timmy, thank you so much. We are live, absolutely. If you haven't seen Timmy on Twitter, he's a good friend of mine, an absolutely wholesome person, absolute legend. Please check him out. I love that guy so much. But yeah, story 3. Oh yeah, do you know what? I haven't tested my avatars in the whole stream so far. We've been streaming for nearly an hour and I haven't tested my avatars out yet. So here we go. So what I would say is, there is no consequences. All he did was scare her and that's it. And you sort of taught her that just don't get taught next time. And it's like much like the last story, and it's just sit down and discuss what she's doing isn't acceptable and let her know, like with the whole bullying thing, that, let them know how you're feeling and just show compassion and teach them that, because just saying, oh, Jesus, I keep getting jumped, but made jump by the notifications. Yeah, I can't control those at the minute. I'm not good enough to control those. I was just literally trying. Look, I got this one, I got that one, and then and the buttons, they sort of don't react when I want them to. We could have a bit of like the Y, shock, and a hello. But yeah, I'll sort that out in the next stream. I'll sort it out to make it more fluent and better. But I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I would probably agree that it's either a you're the arsehole or everyone sucks here, just because of that, right? Oh man, Twitter is just so great. I love it. And so I had like a couple of questions and that we've been covering on the stream, and I tell you what, I did want to have a YouTuber and I was looking into it, and the problem is that they wanted $2,000 for that. They wanted $2,000 for a 3D rigged model. And I'm not playing down people's skills, because I absolutely know it may cost that much. And I probably will get one day, because it just make my life so much easier. I see some of these VTubers and I'm like, wow, that is amazing. Some of it looks so cool. If there's any of you guys that are 3D model artists and can do that sort of thing, hit me up on Twitter. Let's see what we can do. So the next thing was, I thinking of getting an Instagram. I did get an Instagram at one stage, but I just can't keep up. I can't keep up with anything. I've got Twitter, I've got YouTube, and I was thinking about putting videos on Facebook, and is it worth it? Then I'd done a bit of, just about to say Spotify. What's it called? What's that other platform called? TikTok. That's the one. I did put a couple of things on TikTok. Got good reception, but I don't have the time at the minute. I literally don't have the time. Yeah, I do want a VTuber model. It'd be so good. Chulu, get Blender. Learn with that. And look at the donut tutorial. Well worth it. Is the music still playing? Music's died. Let's change that up. I want some ambient gold. Sorry if you just heard me burp there. Yeah, TikTok is a plague, but it's very good for getting your socials up. That is the thing. You got to play the game sometimes, you know. So, some of you would have seen me on Twitter the other day, and this is a question about how do I deal with hate comments. And some of them, I pretty much get them weekly now. Like I get burping Mark. I get them through like get them in my email mostly. They usually come through. And I share them on Twitter. Obviously, I don't put the person's name out there because I'm not an arsehole. I don't dox people. But although sometimes they look like they deserve it. So what I will share, I'm going to share with you a message I got. And this isn't an uncommon message. I've had far worse than this as well. So this message said, "Hello there, I was watching a recent episode of your videos when you had a dad update timestamped at the end. Why do you do this? It ruins the flow of the videos as I let it roll on to the next video and I don't want to listen to it. Next, I'm pretty sure you're making it up for views. I've read about mesothelioma and a lot of what you described doesn't sound like it, in which case you make me sick. I won't be watching any more of this. I won't be watching any more because I can't wait for you to be exposed." And I just think, come on, man. Come on, man. You think, why are you doing... Why have you taken the time out of your day? The time out of your day. Time is so precious to everyone. I feel sorry for them that they've wasted their time to do this, you know. Because I couldn't give two shiny shits what they think, to be quite honest. But they still come on here. And they say they're going to expose me for that sort of stuff. And I just think, why? Oh, Timmy, thank you so much. And, you know, I see you often having to deal with trolls, Timmy. And I appreciate your work and watching you. You're an inspiration, honestly. That's what I get. They sort of say, like, they say all this, and it's like, no one's forcing you to listen. There's plenty of these Reddit bots out there where you can go from like one video to the other and constantly go from like that, really. And you just think, why do you do that? But I've had quite a few of the people like mentioning my dad and saying it for views and stuff like that. And it kind of hurts sometimes, you know, because you think, is that what a lot of people are thinking? And I know you guys ain't. Don't get me wrong. I know you guys ain't. But you do think that the wider audience, do they think that I'm just using my dad for views? And I'd hate anyone to think that, especially if it's like to get back to my family. I know they wouldn't think of me that way, but to think that I might be using my dad for views in that way. But I kind of love, one of the things I hugely love about this channel is relating with other people. You know, I've had so many people private message me and talking about their dad that's had mesothelioma and had other types of cancers and the way they've dealt with death and things like that. And I just find it amazing the way people deal with it in different ways. It's so incredible. Yes, I'm waffling on as usual. But yeah, there is that. Let's go back to the cats and the hedgehogs. They're much more wholesome than talking about death and haters. They don't deserve our time, to be fair, do they? How to calm a dog. That dog don't look happy, to be fair. Just like that. To be fair, I'd probably be like that as well. Samantha says, would we get to meet your dad at some point, or is that weird? I just don't think it's possible with the way life is at the moment. I mean, with being blunt as possible, he doesn't have long left, and he's pretty much bedbound at the moment, so I just don't think it would be ever possible, you know. SE, that is very true. If we didn't have trolls or arseholes in the world, we wouldn't have very many videos, would we? Thank God for assholes. Thank you so much, Queen, for your support. I see you every day. You know I do. Jesus, I just left that on like a pig's ear or something. It's creepy. Oh, science. I choose to update on my dad because, as I said, I love the interaction with you guys. And when people interact with me and stuff like that regarding my dad and cancer and the way people deal with it, I think it's absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of strong people on this channel that deal with it. I find it absolutely incredible. Thank you for being here, LDC. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Travis, sorry to hear about your dad, man. It must be tough, you know, especially when you can't, a lot of hospitals won't allow you to visit and stuff like that. It must be incredibly hard right now. So thoughts are with you, man. Thank you, Huntress. Bouncy Bunny Rabbit. Yay. Dog and a cat in a basket. Just loving life together. That is what it's all about, isn't it? That dog is just loving life right now. Oh, I thought it's a cat. two dogs in a basket. Even better. Yeah, it'd be good to have you there, Spooky. Join the Discord server. Why the hell not, right? So, this was meant to be just a test stream, but it's gone on for an hour now. And the plan is, like, come March time, we'll be doing like a weekly stream just to round the week up. Probably a Friday or a Saturday, right? Because that's the best time to do it, unless you guys ever think otherwise. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Science. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I'm sort of going through it, and I've been through it as well, so I do know what you're going through. It's tough times, man. But I think we're going to be wrapping this up in a second because I've exhausted my stories, my test stories. And the actual stream's gone on a lot longer than I was expecting it to. Thank you for being here and testing everything. Unless you've got any further questions for me, I think we're going to wrap it up in just a second. And let me know if you guys are interested in this kind of thing in the future. It'd be absolutely amazing. Look at his cat. 1st of March should be a national holiday. Absolutely, Timmy. I like, to be fair, Miss Cheeky, I enjoy it as well. I was really nervous at the start, and I'm still am nervous right now, as you can probably tell. But I've sort of eased myself into it a bit more, and I'd love to find some other way that we can like further interact. I don't know, quiz or whatever, something really, I don't know, fun. Well, I just sit here and drink beer and talk to you. Absolutely loving life right now, you know. Helen says, could this stream be a weekly happening every Friday evening? Well, that is the plan. Like as I said, this is just a test stream to see if all the stuff's working, like all the avatars and all this kind of stuff. See if they work, see if all the stories working, all the chat works okay. There's a couple of fixes that I got to sort out soon, so I will be sorting those out in the meantime. But next month we will be doing, I think, this has been great. I've been really enjoying this. It's the first time I've ever done something like this, so I'm a bit like, that's a great name, Zeros. Friday night unwinding. I like it. So we can do something like this if this is what you guys want. We could do some chill stories, maybe some wholesome stories, maybe something a bit different. We've done a Minecraft server before. Didn't go too well, to be fair. Your neighborhood Gordon says, did you draw your character? No, I didn't, I'm afraid. I wish I could draw like that. I am practicing to draw, but I can't draw like that. It was a good person on Twitter who I commissioned called Plague Burb. PLAGUE_Burb. BIRB. Which part of the UK are you from, Mark? Sound like a Londoner. I'm from Oxford. Oxfordshire. Actually, I was born in the city centre. As I said, but at the very start of the stream, when people come into like Oxford, they expect like a very studenty, like "Hello there, sir," but they end up getting like a farmer accent. What time is it where I am? It's 9 o'clock, 9:15 in the evening. You didn't dishearten me, Zeros. You didn't dishearten me. You gave me honesty, and that's what I needed at the time. Look where it's got me now. We have great avatars designed by a pro, which is what I needed, right? Oh my word, Gabby, thank you so much. It says it's really incredible to listen to you every day. Your good humor and positivity are contagious and make my days better. And likewise, Gabby, you make my day better by, just being here and being involved with the channel. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Oh, it's a night. Well, when you live in Oxford, you don't sort of appreciate everything that's around you. You just that. There's a lot of poverty in Oxford as well. A lot of people sort of see all the spires and everything like that, but there's a lot of poverty that goes on in Oxford, which is a real shame. Amy says, will you open a P.O. box? Well, I've had a few people, Zeros especially, asking me because she wants to send me some German beer, which was almost worth it in itself. But if enough people ask for that sort of stuff, I will absolutely do it, I just need to make it worthwhile, because it's quite expensive from what I've looked at so far. Well, actually, Joe, someone in the town across from me has a friend who pointed out to my podcast, and they recognized my voice, and they they pointed me out in the end, which was a bit worrying and a bit cringe in the end. Oh no, I didn't. This is my Zeros. This is my dodgy account. Just so I don't dox myself. I was being super careful. Look at that doggo. Look at that doggo. Happiest doggo ever. Sleepy Panda sleeve reveal. Maybe one day. I was thinking the 100k. The 100k, if we ever reach that moment, I'm going to get a... But I don't quote me on this one because I'm not 100% yet, but I keep thinking a sleeve of waffles. The avatar waffles. I would love that, Amy, and I will make sure I get something sorted in the future because there is a few people asking. Rice, thank you so much. Hey, Mark, hope you and your dad are having a good day. As good as can be, you know, as good as can be. I'm having a great day so far. I'm enjoying the stream. You know, you guys have been great to me. Chulu says, I just upgraded my drawing skill today. I am very, very happy. Can't wait to make a 3D model. As I said, use Blender if you can. It's an absolutely great 3D program. Free as well. Again, thank you, Timmy. I'm just grateful to be where I am right now. You know, it's a constant uphill at the minute, and you know, everyone's being so wholesome with me, and that's all I can ask for. That's a good point, Nightcore. Is that cannibalism? It looks happy either way, so I'm all for it. Oh, I love these videos. Watch this. It's just the sleeve, Alex. It's just the sleeve I have at the moment. Actually, I do have one on my other arm. I don't know what I'm saying. I do have one on my other arm. Very small one that I had when I was 17. Regret it, so I need it covered up, basically. Glad to hear that, Alex. Glad to hear that. Right. I think I am going to wrap this up right here because I need to go and get some dinner. And this was only meant to be a test stream. It was only meant to be 10 minutes long. But you guys kept me on, and I thought, I appreciate it, though. You know I appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely amazing to me. Thank you so much for the support and everything you've done for me. You know it means the world to me, absolutely. And yeah, I almost feel bad for logging off. I'm like, it's like shutting the door on someone. Chulu, if you want to send me any fan art at all, please do on Twitter, at me on it. It'd be great. Or on our Discord, of course. And let's do this again sometime, shall we? It's a date. More beers, of course, Melissa. Oh wait, I'm just ending the stream. I got to do my stream end screen. Wait a second. Here we go. What do you think about that? Ignore the schedule though. That's not definite. Thank you so much, Lonely. Oh, Rice, thank you so much again. You know that means the world to me. God, I can't log off. Yeah, it's very much a placeholder schedule. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead of you. Thank you so much for the support and everything you've given, you know, to my very first live stream. I feel amazing. Oh, the support absolutely makes me want to stay. That's why I'm still here right now. I'm just like, I'm sat here in disbelief. Disbelief. Oh, another video coming up soon, by the way. Probably try to get out for 10:30. About 30 minutes, hour. Probably an hour, actually. I'm going to eat my dinner first. Then I'll post it. Got to do the thumbnail and stuff. You know how it is. You know how it is. You guys know how I roll by now. Alex, you're totally right. This is technically not my first live stream. I messed up yesterday or the day before. Right, that's it. I'm putting my foot down. I'm definitely going now. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Love you. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.